Hello, in this video you will be rationalizing. You will be using your skills of multiplying radicals to eliminate the radical from the denominator of a fraction, the denominator being the number at the bottom. For example, if you look at the problem at the top, 3 divided by square root of 5, also pronounced as 3 radical 5, we want to get rid of that radical in the denominator because we do not like having radicals in the denominator. If it's on the numerator, it's okay, but not in the denominator. So let's start by the first thing that you have to do is you're going to multiply the denominator, which in this case is square root of 5, by itself. So I'm going to be multiplying square root of 5 times square root of 5. And this is going to help us get rid of the radical at the bottom. Now, if I'm multiplying the number at the bottom by square root of 5, I need to also multiply the number at the top by the same thing. Since we're multiplying both top and bottom by the same number, that means that this is equal to 1. Whenever you multiply anything times 1, you do not change the value of the problem. However, it will allow us to rationalize. Okay. After deciding what we're multiplying by, we're going to multiply the numbers at the bottom. Let's start with square root of 5 times the square root of 5. And we will also multiply the numbers at the top. We will be multiplying 3 times the square root of 5, and that's going to give us this number. So when we multiply the numbers at the bottom, square root of 5 times square root of 5, that would give us square root of 25. And the numbers at the top, if you see the 3 is not inside the radical, that one is outside, and the square root of 5 is inside, we cannot combine those two. So we will leave it as 3 radical 5. Okay. Now we have the next step is let's simplify if possible. Now at the top, the 3 square root of 5 is already simplified. However, if you look at the bottom, we have the square root of 25. Using the calculator, or if you have the square root of 25 memorized, you know that the square root of 25 is 5. And this would be all the solution for this problem. Okay. Moving on to problem number 2. We will be doing something similar to what we did on number 1. However, this one's slightly more difficult. So if you look at the bottom, we have the square root of 2. Similarly to what we had on problem number 1, where we multiply times the square root of 5, we always multiply by whatever number's at the bottom. So if this is square root of 5, we multiply times square root of 5. Because this is the square root of 2, we will be multiplying times the square root of 2. Same at the top. Okay. So square root of 2 times the square root of 2 would give us this number. And we need to also multiply the top. Square root of 3 times square root of 2 would give us the number in the top. So at the bottom, square root of 2 times square root of 2 is square root of 4. At the top, now both of the numbers are inside the radical, therefore we are able to multiply them. We will be multiplying square root of 3 times the square root of 2, which is the square root of 6. And now we have to look at the bottom. Can we simplify the bottom? What is the square root of 4? The square root of 4 is 2. Let's also look at the top. Can we simplify the top? The square root of 6 would be a decimal.